Behavior therapy in Addison, Texas.
We are back. I was just trying to convince my daughter that I'm cool and she should listen to some things. I'm just kidding. About how effective this can be, because, I try with her, and of course she won't listen to me sometimes, but that's any child and their parent. But I would like for you to listen and learn from this, honey, because, it's important for you to understand that there are other kids that are out there that experience pain. And so some of the ways that you cope with a lot of your pain situations is if you go to your room, you want us to get away, you're cranky, and we get it. I mean, we understand that you're doing this because you don't feel good, but this little girl can actually be a beacon of hope for a lot of kids, because it's all about attitude. If you have a positive attitude and you never give up, and you keep positive, and you let your parents help you, that the outcome can be pretty cool. And even your doctor has said something to you about that, Dr. Morales over at Texas Child Neurology. And so I want you to kind of really keep in mind that you need to, there are other people out here that learn and do this. You know what I'm saying? Mom, I want to ask you, what advice do you have for parents that are out there that are looking for, and not necessarily, okay, come to Rusty, because I don't want to be a charlatan. I just wanted to share the story. But what advice can you give parents who are out there trying to find, solutions for their child who's experiencing pain?
I think just be an advocate. Learn to be an advocate for your child, and if you aren't quite comfortable with what you're being told by a physician or doctor, it's your right to go seek a second opinion and do your own research. We have access to this wonderful thing called Google, that people can get some really good, some actually evidence-based research pops right up on pretty much whatever you're looking for. I was lucky in that I'm in graduate school right now, so I had access to a medical library as well, so I was able to access a lot of literature. But there's so much information out there, and just don't give up, and don't let your child give up. It was the hardest thing for me to say. But she would tell me it hurt so bad, and I would first say, oh, I know, and I got to the point where I realized I don't know. I will never know the kind of pain that she was going through. So I just told her, I don't know how you feel, but I'm so sorry you have to go through this right now, and we're going to find a way through it and do what we need to do so that you can go back to your swim team, so that you can start participating in PE, so that you can concentrate in class. Just don't give up.
So not letting her know that the sky is the limit. I mean, and you're putting those terminologies, the things that she's going to be able to do again. You have her hold on to those, because if she starts to abandon, hope to be able to do these things with her friends and participate in school, that those key elements, if they're not mentioned, then, she'll come up with those concepts on her own.
Right. There were some days where she did not want to go to school, and she went to school. She may not have been able to concentrate, but I felt it was important for her to stay involved with her friends and to get out of the house. There was an occasional day where I knew she was physically and mentally exhausted that I let her stay home. But for the most part, we tried to keep her in as normal a routine as we could. Other than, of course, she couldn't do the swim team practice, which...
Yeah. And your husband was as much of an advocate as well.
He was a huge advocate, and he would, at doctor's appointments, he would have her laughing and smiling, and he's such a positive person that I think sometimes the doctors didn't quite believe she was in as much pain as she was, because she would be almost laughing, almost crying, laughing, because of him helping to keep her spirits up.
And that motivating factor, that peace, the happiness that parents give their children, we as parents have a tendency to forget things like that, we do have an inner conduit with our kids, and so I should be giving myself my own advice with my daughter, even though, we have a great relationship, and I think that, things are very positive. But when it comes to this pain condition, you guys actually brought some humor into it, and like you said, your husband was making her laugh at these doctor's appointments, and I think that kind of contributed to a positive outlook on her personality. And so that's super important. I mean, for parents to be equally involved. Did that help you a lot?
Yeah.
It really did, huh? I mean, it's to know that your parents are backing you up and they're happy with you and making you laugh. Is your dad a jokester?
Yes.
Yes. You get a lot of your personality from your parents. You get all your personality from your parents, a lot of it. But I think it's important for people to understand that, when you need something, you can always rely on your parent. If your friends are friends and they're there, and there are these circumstances that can affect your relationship with them, and you only let certain people in to a certain degree when you're out at school. So your friendships or your availability to your friends is only as deep as you allow them to have access to your emotions. But parents they're always there, and they have the inside information and inside ways of kind of helping you through this. So parents, keep positive about what the outcome for your child, and it's okay for you to show your emotions, and it's okay for you to express to them your concern. Now, whether you do that behind closed doors or you share it with your child, the most important thing is that when you do have a pain condition or something that has some sort of an ailment to your child, a health condition, the whole attitude is going to be the most motivating factor. You know what that reminds me of? Patch Adams. Do you remember that movie? Mm-hmm. How positive he was? He'd keep kind of going. Did you ever hear about the movie Patch Adams? You're kind of young.
No.
But he was this doctor. He was played by Robin Williams from the movie. But it was actually a depiction of a real doctor. And he'd go in and wear clown noses, dress up in these kind of zany little costumes, and see kids in his rotations at a hospital, and it was all about giving them balloons and making them laugh and helping them feel positive. And some of these kids were terminal. And so he started a trend, and it had helped a lot of kids really improve. I mean, and that's something that I think we kind of take for granted sometimes, is how is the child experiencing that whole emotional component to pain, and a whole emotional component to some sort of a medical condition. And so we can help you. We can help. It's helpful to stay positive. It's helpful to stay in that, in that set of circuits that your child is connected with you. Well, what's your future outlook? What do you want to do now that things are getting a little better with you? And we're not fully done, because there's still some things that we're actually helping you with. But what's your future plans? What are your future plans?
I don't really know yet. I used to want to be a biologist.
Yeah?
But now I'm kind of thinking into something more...
Like biofeedback?
Kind of, yeah.
What about sports? Are you going to do anything like that?
I want to be a swim coach.
Oh, that's cool. That's a great ambition. You want to get back into swimming then?
Yeah.
What do you like about that?
I don't really know. It's just kind of... It's a challenge. And I like to do challenges, and I've been doing it since the 3rd grade, and it's fun.
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world, and excuse me, we're not done with you by any means, and we're going to teach you some more things to work on, but the most important thing that I want to congratulate you on is your positive attitude and your willingness to try something new. So in the future, remember what this actually did for you, and you'll be able to overcome these obstacles as you get older. I want to thank you guys for coming in. This is such a great story, and I think that some of the things that we talked about was really amazing. It doesn't do the experience justice, because it's all here in my heart and like what I felt, and it was just a really amazing experience to work with you guys and continue to work with you guys. And thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you, kiddo. Keep up the good work. Thank you for joining us. This is the Therapy Hour with Rusty Lozano.